Okay, look, you're back in Guildrun. It's time for another SSS rank run. Let's go. Let's see what we can do today. Now, who do you want to go with today? Is it time we go for a Funke run? Hell yeah, it is. Let's grab this guy. We're going to start off with an item that is incredible for him, as well as a little common relic that is also incredible. So he's going to get a ton of strike ability by himself for now. It will apply to all the heroes actually, but it is going to be incredible. Not bad. We absolutely smashed that turtle with some fireballs. And we rank him up immediately. Now we are facing the Hydra, so big, beefy enemies are going to be a lot harder to kill, since you're going to get a lot more HP per second. But honestly, Funke is nuts. The question is, what way do we want to build him? Do we want to try go with the Stuck, where he's going to get magic per enemy taken burn, and then it gains mana, so it becomes like a machine gun shooting out fireballs. He gets attack range, but at start of combat and after stall, it takes burn on all enemies. Honestly, probably great during the freaking axe, but not so great in the end of more. Now this one, on cast, all enemies in range take 20 ticks of burn damage. This one, I'm going to go ahead and do it. Exploding enemies is exactly how I think it's going to pan out for us. Now I do want to grab Skorn. We need some offense, or some defense, literally the opposite of what I meant to say. Or he's going to be trying to inflict some debuffs as well. But let's get going. Onwards to our starter kit. Now what you got for his clerk? Permanent max HP, you know what, I'm taking it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it to Funke, just to make him survive that a little bit longer. But this guy's going to be cracked, being B rank already. Now you see, he does have a range of 4, which means you kind of need to place him in certain spots. Like right here. So his fireballs can actually target both enemies. Because if you place him back a little bit, his fireball would only hit the tank. And he just one-shots the 2 mushroom goobers. That was insane. So we don't want to grab stuff like this. Trigger stall 5 times for many source. After stall, restore the holder's HP back to 100%, but give them 100 mana at the same time. And it's an item I can get behind, because literally being on sale, it gives them a bunch of starting mana, so you can almost insta-cast. We can also get this instead of the amulet, and have him insta-cast as well. Now the question is, do we want to upgrade Skorn? I mean, he's right here. We got to do it. So he's pretty much going to insta-cast. Let's go. Divide Beast, defensive properties, or relic for price. Honestly, we can take the relic for a price, because with Funke upgraded, we're going to be super strong. Now, tank emblem, heroes gain 1 defensive magic per 25 debuffs on all enemies. Heroes gain 6 attack permanently. This is also nice, but this is also nice. I'm going to take that. We could potentially get a lot of defense once he does explode. Now, Skorn, I'm going to set you back a little bit. I'm going to set our team up like so. And once he does come online, once he does wake up, everyone's dead. He literally one-shots everything. That's how insane he is. So let's grab Skorn. Definitely our Skorn. I do want him to go with this. Per stall triggers. Or inflicting a bit of frost. It sounds good to me. I'm going to take him. And then I'm going to reroll a little bit. I don't want to increase attack speed. We could take the items for defense. That is a big old Kai. We could make a pivot. Now, I think I'm actually going to pick up Pollen. I'm going to pick up Pollen because
I'll join your guild, but I'm stopping for flowers.
We could either go for mortality, or we could also go for more frost and more burn with the mage class, or we could double the debuffs with her as well. So we'll see. But for now, onwards we go. Regular encounter versus challenge encounter, we could definitely do the challenge. I'm pretty sure that we could destroy all these enemies super fast. I'm going to leave him here with extra max HP. He should be able to survive that a little bit. Well, he should be able to insta-cast, leading this guy, doing some big damage to the chunky guys, but not so much to the bad guy. Pollen, I'm going to situate you just in beside him. Wait, he literally hit the 2 backliners because they walked up. Okay, the ultimate position for Funke was right there. That was nuts. But yeah, we should have no problem. Absolutely destroying this challenge with ease. And start to combat inflict frost on all enemies per mage. When a hero inflicts poison, inflict 33% more. That's also kind of nice, because that's the equal amounts of poison and frost. But I'm going to go for the frost per mage. And what I want to do is start adding in someone like a Ratna as well. I'm going to grab a little bit of HP per second. Reroll once more. That is unit way. We could just pivot. Massive defense. God, this could be worth the pivot. You'll be insane with Dragomir as well. I'm going to freeze the shot, but I'm not going to take unit. I'm going to take it over the tank cliff as well as this as well. Well, let's get moving on. Onwards to the path. But that would be a crazy pivot. Like genuinely. Now, Mystics gain mana regen. Combat survival if held by wire gain attack. Take 7,500 damage, gain 25 max health. And defense? Our heroes gain permanent attack speed. Honestly, this item will be kind of nice for Skorn, so I'm going to try get it. Giving him a huge amounts of defenses. Now again, I'm going to leave our team set up like so. Skorn is going to be the one dragged in. Pollen might be targeted by the spiders. Actually, we might switch it this way. The Funke can just one-shot everything. Pretty much. And then a burn should be able to chip him down as well. And with the starting frost, they're a little bit slower and they take a little bit more damage at the same time. And then Pollen comes in with a little bit of heals, a little bit of shields, and smashing. Not a bad team so far. Now again, I did say I wanted a glyph. That's just going to make him super chunky. Because he's already tanked, so he's going to get 25% of those stats. 15%. Now I still want to grab this though. And you want to sell for 3, so I'm going to have to freeze the shop. It feels bad just freezing it for that. But let's move on. And I do want to rank up our character. And we should go for Pollen, but I'm going to go for Ratna.
I'm not done yet.
And the reason why I want to go for Ratna is because I want to go for the Ostentatious, where she can scale up mana, magic like crazy. And we can also place her in then, and then we also get more frost stacked up because she is also mage. So we lose a little bit of defenses, but we should be able to get a huge amount of offenses. Like a crazy absurd amount. We can almost get her to cast instantly instead of Funke. Which sounds crazy, but at the same time, scaling up our ability power is incredible. And then a lot of frost, he takes a lot more damage, inflicts a lot more burn, and then she casts again, which she is given just 11 magic and 3 mana regen. But it should be a lot of burn, a lot of debuffs, so much poison, so much burn, so much frost, and we should be able to smash no problems at all. And he dealt so much damage. 15k damage, not bad. 216 burn, hell yeah. So I'm not entirely sure who we want to go for today. We could take Rowan, trigger lots of stall effects, keep him alive, could be great. Stacks up defense, deal 15 damage with auto attacks, probably not what we're going to do. I do want to increase our team size though. Increase our team size, Red Combat Assassins, Rush would be nice, but am I really not taking Rowan? With Pollen, we do have an extra stall effects. It's going to be a decent bit of defenses. I think I'm going to take him. I think I have to take him. And the rest of our stuff, we just can't really afford then. Anyways, so let's move on. We should be able to get a decent few defenses from that. Now, I really want to place you on up top. If we do that, are we going to be in trouble? Maybe. Pollen, I'm going to sit you in here like so. And then Ratna, you're going to be in the back. So we should be able to scale up a lot of buffs, get a lot of frost already on the enemies, cast everything, and the backline just gets burnt like crazy as well. The only thing is we would like to get more mana regen stacked up as much as possible. And not bad. The only way we can actually do that is if we scale up mana regen on Ratna, because she does give 25% of the mana regen she has to everyone. Now I did say I wanted this. 10 more frost is incredible. Trigger stall 5 times from any source. Give 100% mana. Like burn whenever the whole inflicts, burn inflict 33% more. That sounds pretty darn nice. We could also take Ming and place him in, because he will also be inflicting some burn as well, instead of Skorn. But I kind of prefer Skorn in this situation, so I'm not going to take him. Whenever duelist auto attacks, they randomly inflict burn, poison, or frost. If you could make someone a duelist, that'd be nuts at the same time. But I still want to roll. That is Arya, with the backup ability where mages inflict 30% more debuffs. That's something we really want. I'm also going to stall this. So we can grab this as well. That's just an upgraded item and has potential to scale as well. That'd be really, really awesome. And I'm not going to take Arya. Onwards to the express delivery. What you got for us? Big scepter, just big magic, big defense. Mana regen. Well, I did say I wanted mana regen. We're taking that. So now she's going to have 23 mana regen, which means she's going to give us 4 mana regen. If we do move over, say, a little bit more, is that 5 mana regen? That could be worth it instead. So a little bit less starting mana, but we might be able to get our shields a little bit faster on Pollen as well. And we'll see how we get on with this. We should be good, right? Pollen's going to cast her shields. He's going to be inflicting a little bit more debuffs. We got Ratna to pretty much scale up everyone. And Skorn to try be our front line. But it's a lot of AoEs onto us. We do take it to back line, but Skorn does get taken out. Now we are facing the Frost Dragon, which means every enemy or every one of our characters is going to get a lot of frost on them. However, we are surviving, right? Not bad. We just lost Funke though, instead. Now we could get even more mana regen. Every 6 casts of Hellblade Mystic to gain 1 mana regen. It's definitely going to be better than this item, so I do want to take it. It's also starting mana, which is incredible. We do get Hu Young for assassin stuff. Warriors gain some attack. We're going to reroll again, and that's a Funke upgrade and a half. Now, for 3 seconds, for 10 seconds, inflict 3 burn on all enemies. Sounds incredible. The only thing is we have an upgraded Pollen, and we have generated 28 defenses, 140 max HP, which is not bad. But we got to move on. Onwards, I think we can take on the challenge encounter. The enemies are going to be... Wait. We might not be able to survive this. We might need run for this. I'm not going to lie. We might need buddy old pal. So he can just chunk all this damage. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, you should be able to take out the backline. Let's try it. You should be able to hit all the backlines. They get all that burn, so they won't be able to heal as fast. Wait, they're healing through all that burn. Holy moly, they have crazy amount of heals. Rowan does get taken out and they're targeting Ratna. Funke does smash the whole left side, but the whole right side is left to kill us. This is a brutal combat. Just a firing squad of little mushroom goobers, right? I'm really hoping this rank 8 Funke can smash. Now on cast, Inflict burn. On cast, Inflict frost stall. God, this is a tough choice. Also, after stall, stall, and stall, which will power up you get a bunch of casting, but I gotta take the frost, right? We could just go full on burn. That's 25% of his magic. 50% of his magic skilled off that. God, that could be a lot of burn. Yeah, we probably should just go burn. Frost could be insane though, and 20% of primary stats, I'm taking that. That's just an absurd amount of stats. It also gives him starting mana. He's going to have a lot of magic, which means he's going to be inflicting turbo amounts of burn. And it should be really, really nice. And speaking of awesome, we can get Pollen, we can get Skorn. Well, we're taking Skorn first. And we could get him to taunt everyone, give him a huge amount of defenses. After stall, get 100% mana, 100% max HP, and 20% defense. Well, that's 35 seconds. Is he really striving for this? I think we gave him defense against Frost. I think that's probably best of all. The stalls would have been great though, actually, for Rowan. And we definitely need to upgrade Pollen as well.
Colors are brighter.
Now the question is, do we want to make our mage class? Hell yeah, because we have the other one, and it's all about mages. And then we can inflict even more frost. The only problem is, we still need Rowan in. We can also inflict more burn with this as well. Is this good enough to win? We'll have to find out. Yeah, let's see. You should be able to cast. You should have a lot more magic. You should be able to take a lot more damage off enemies. Let's see. Yeah, you literally one-shot the whole left side. That's how much more power this guy got. God, that was insane. It's only his mana regen that kind of sucks. That's for sure. But the sheer amount of burn and frost and everything else is kind of insane. Not bad. Trigger stall 15 times, stall abilities, triggers 9 seconds faster. That sounds incredible to me. Over the other options, hell yeah. Whenever Vanguard drops below 50% max HP, they gain attack speed, attack, and defense. Also, placing Rowan in, we lost a lot of defenses on you as well. So we gotta be careful with that. I don't think I'm going to take it. That's Pollen again.
Colors are brighter.
That I do want to take. Now, start the combat, give this hero and adjacent hero shields. On cast, inflict frost on all enemies. Now, will she be casting super often? Her magic is a lot, right? A lot of cost. I actually really like giving some shields that scaled off her magic and mana regen. At 250% and 1000%. It's just so we don't get destroyed instantly. This is also no joke. 33% magic and 50% crit. Every other cast gain 2 shards. Like I said, she's not casting too often. Maybe we should take the frost. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna be a little bit greedy with it. Whenever the holder shields, this is a crazy good item for as well. I'm actually freezing the shop for this. So when you apply shields, it's going to damage all enemies, equal to 33% of shields applied. But it's a lot of magic, mana regen, and start mana at the same time. That's exactly why I want to take it. Now onwards for Guild Banner, and we're 1 billion% taking mages. Hell yeah. Anything to do with frost? There is. Cast inflict 66% of the mana they spent is frost. After stall, gain permanent magic. I'm going for frost mages. Frost mages most of all. So our team is going to be set up kind of like so. Let's go, because they'll have to walk up, we literally one shot, a lot of frost, slow them all down, and then Skorn will also be inflicting some frost at the same time. And then Pollen with her effects is also going to be inflicting frost and burn and poison at the same time. So our team of debuff stackers is kind of nuts. 152k by the way. Funke is crazy good. Now I did say I wanted this, that's just going to be too good not to take. That's a lot of starting mana, lots of mana regen, lots of awesomeness. Now, inflict poison, heroes gain attack speed and crit. We could take it since we're inflicting a lot of poison. We could also take Gustav. Start having him to shield as well, but it's not the version of him I would like. After start of combat and after stall, spend 1 shard to get a lasting shield 2 ply. Then permanently increase this amount by 50. So essentially, get about 100 shields per combat. So after 10 combats, what, that's 1,000 shields? Wait, that could actually be kind of good. Am I crazy for thinking that's good? We do need monies for that though. And we don't have any ways to really generate shards. Also, Skorn hasn't taken 7.5k damage. Now on cast, heal for 25% max HP. That's also phenomenal too. We skill up 18 magic, he's gotten 3 kills. We can also take this item. I'm actually just going to grab this one instead. Save our 3 goals, move onwards, rematch versus single combat. We gotta take the rematch. We'll see if we can beat him. Now, speaking of 1v1s, start of combat, heroes in the back row. Are honestly none of these that great for this. Start the back row, maybe. But I don't really want to put anyone in the back row. Let's go, let's see if we can take him on. I should also move the mana regen over to Pollen. I don't know why I'm not doing that. We see how much burn is stacked up onto him, the amount of frost, which will slow them down, increase or decrease their defenses. It's kind of insane. The sheer amount of damage we do get off. Yeah, let's actually apply this to here so she gets a lot of mana regen. 24, 24. 8. His mana regen is doo-doo trash. I want to make sure our team just doesn't get stunned by these mushroom goobers. Although it might get stunned since he walked up. Funke is not in the most ideal spot. I'm trying to keep him safe more than anything. But you see the mushroom goober with 300, 400 frost onto him. Yeah, it's just absurd levels of frost. Yeah, the mage banner is kind of stacked with this team. Hell yeah. 5 goals, 29 goals. After stall, all enemies receive damage equal to 5 times the amount of frost they have. I'm taking that. We can also take this as well, which could give him start mana. It's a load of magic at the same time. But I don't think it's worth grabbing. We've also scaled up 96 defense, 480 max life. That's a lot of defense on Skorn, which is incredible. I'm going to save 19 goals. I'm going to hit this Campfire. And I'm going to upgrade Ratna. I'm hoping for some amazingness. Ratna, what you got for us? Now I'll cast Inflict Burn. It's not magic. We could go for stall abilities. If I say magic, it's not frost. But still, it's a lot of debuff stacking. And that's exactly what I want. There's lots of casts to smash out. In terms of our team, it really punishes us for clumping, so I'm trying not to clump as hard. We're going to keep our team kind of stacked like so. These two are together. We're going to give some HPs per seconds, but we'll see how we take on this dragon. We should be able to stack up a lot of debuffs, inflict the frost. Once our stall ability does pop off, he's going to be inflicting a lot of frost as well. And with Ratna scaling up as well, it should be more and more frost and more burn. And, I mean, it's incredible, right? He hasn't done much at all. Skorn is still surviving, and that's just it. Awesomeness. Not a problem. This team absolutely destroyed the axe. Funke does smash the whole left side, but the whole right side is left to kill us. This is a brutal combat. 79 gold. We got a big old auction house. And we'll see what we can do from here. Increase our attack speed, tanks gain defense against enemies with poison. Apply 30,000 shields, increase your team size. I might take it. Inflict 750 shards gain, or debuffs gain shards. Warrior stuff. Whenever the holder inflicts frost, inflict 20% more. No, this actually just reroll. Now, Warrior Glyph. On casting with Frost, we also get Grace as well. It's not the right version of Grace though, if I'm being honest. There's a version of Grace that with her ability, she can make Mystics give a bunch of stats at the same time. But it's not the version of her. Now this item, I do love this item quite a bit. Start mana, HPs per seconds. That's just going to be a lot of mana regen, a lot of magic. And that's just going to power up Ratna in the same amount. So it is worth grabbing. Unfortunately, we're kind of missing on the relics. I'm going to reroll once more. On stall trigger, deal 8 damage. On rush trigger, gain a shield. On auto attack, inflict burn. The attacker may just gain 25 magic. That's also not bad. None of these characters are that great for us. The thing I'm scared about is we didn't get a start in shields. I really need to grab ourselves another mystic. We get a lot of defenses. We're kind of leaving it all in the hands of getting a good mystic. Now we could reroll or we could just take 25 magic on our mages. But I don't see really point in spending any more golds. Well, we probably should, because what else are we going to spend on? Let's see what we miss on. Stall effects. 25% more shields. God, he still hasn't done this. Trigger rush 25 times. Stall effects. This actually will be insane. We could actually take that instead of a little bit of mana regen, because that will make her stall effect trigger that a little bit faster. We could keep this item. We sell this one instead, and then we take this. Now she does lose on a bit of mana regen, but her stall effects do trigger that a little bit faster. Have we fulfilled this yet? We definitely have. So 9 seconds with another 6 seconds, which means that's going to trigger after 5 seconds, basically. So that should be nice. But let's move on. So I'm really banking on getting another S rank hero. For a team setup, I'm going to keep it this way, but I'm very, very worried about the AoEs of these guys. Funke really needs to be in closer, so we can start stacking up a lot of frost on everyone and just inflicting lots of fireballs, but he absolutely destroys his first wave. Like, not even close. 1 billion% not close. 115k damage dealt. We kind of want to spread our team out a little bit more differently. He really wants to be in front line. Like, genuinely so. We'll see. We get a shields. Pollen's almost dead because she's being targeted by the spider. Just a bad position on my part. But That was 1k burn on everyone. Now, if we got him to rank S, this would be even more insane. Let's see this position. Are we all in Pollens? We are. And we can inflict all its debuffs. Now, these Slimers actually cleanse the debuffs, which could be a bit of a problem for us, but then he casts again. And he just absolutely destroys. He's got 500 magic, which is even more awesome. Now, attack boost, S rank here I'm going to go for. And I'm definitely going to go for Mystic. I'm really hoping for someone that we can just slot in.
A few things I can shore up.
Backup only, gain mana regen, magic. Wait, shards? We might have to place in Roan, which is terrible actually. We shouldn't have increased our team size, because we're going to lose a lot of defense on Skorn. Because we need to start in shields. We get a lot of mana regen, a lot of magic. Yeah, this is just too much awesomeness. Yeah, that's kind of bad for us actually. I didn't really think increasing our team size was going to hurt us so badly. He's going to lose a lot of defense, but we get an extra tank, which might actually be incredible for us at the same time. Now, if we place Funke up here, right, and then move these all over, switch Pollen in back, we should be able to survive and take out the back line. We still get AoEs, but we should be okay, right? It's a little bit better position, and the AoEs are probably going to kill us in the future. Potentially. We've got lots of defenses so far, and it's not looking too bad. Floor 3. Hell yeah. But let's try this position for the spiders and snakes. Pollen's the one going to be targeted by the snakes, or the spiders being stunned. But we should be able to cast and pick lots of frost and lots of burn. And just take lots of chippies, right? And with all the frost, they take more and more damage. So it's genuinely not looking too bad. Am I crazy for not wanting to put her in? We could get Tycoon stacks. You got 3 backup abilities, which is insane. Shields are incredible. Keeps everyone alive. The mana regen and the magic is just insane as well. Because he does get up to 500 magic instantly, which means almost 1000 burn on the first cast alone. And then his mana regen stacks up so he can cast again, and it just leads board. Hell yeah. Now mana regen, Omnivamp boost, rare relic. Should we just go magic regen and just give that to Funke? I'm actually going to do that. Even though we could give it to Ostentatious Ratna, but I do want to give it to Funke. Just so he casts a little bit more often, because he is struggling a little bit. 24 mana regen, shoots up to 50. His mana cost is 80, so it should be like casting kind of like every 2 seconds. There should be lots of frost, 3k burn, and still stacking up. Yeah, this team is actually kind of cracked so far. 4k shields on Skorn is not too much though, so I'm a little bit worried in that regard. Because eventually those shields are going to disappear super fast because the scaling gets exponential. And we might have to change our position a little bit. We get a little bit of poison stacked up on ourselves. Pollen needs to cast a little bit faster as well. But with this item, she does get 100 mana as well. So she should be able to cast twice within a few seconds, right? I'm just looking at her mana bar right now. It's definitely not casting. She's stacking up, and then she gets it. So it is about the first few seconds of fight, and then 15 seconds. So it's a long time without casting a second time. Now, Epic Relic, our attack speed boost. Let's grab ourselves an Epic Relic. I'm really hoping for something amazing. We might have hit the jackpot. They gain 2 more. Holy moly, that counts on each? I mean, maybe. 1000 burn on the first cast. And then he casts again, 3k burn. And the backline doesn't get all the burn, which is kind of scaring me, because then the AoEs and the frost stacking on us is a little less than ideal. But we're on 4-9, we're still surviving, the team's looking great. And yeah, we should be able to keep going, right? Now, I didn't reposition for this one where the snake is this one I'm worried about, sending the poison trail through. Stacking up a little bit of poison on our backliners. We do have a decent bit of shields on him, but later on, that's probably going to be too much. We're absolutely destroying right now. Say that, but it does take some time to take out these units. This one, we don't really need to position too much. We might lose Rowan eventually. Well, he is super chunky, right? His defense is 670, Skorn's is 554, which is great for now, but I'm telling you, you need a like 4k armor soon enough, especially past floor 15. Now, defense boost, we could take it, epic item. We could also retrain as well. We could take the epic item, but I'm going to take a defense boost. I'm going to take a defense boost, and I'm just literally going to give that to Skorn. Just try to make him that little bit chunkier, so he survives that little bit longer. Because he should shoot up to quite a bit more, right? 708. And then, wait, he's taking a lot of damage. And this is it. Unfortunately, Looks like we might have lost. It's just Pollen. Yeah. 412 was the furthest we could get, unfortunately. But still, it was a super fun build. Funke. Didn't really expect him to be that good into Endless Mode. He absolutely destroys the axe, but he kind of struggles with higher health enemies. But with this debuff stacking, Frost, Burn, everything else, it was kind of incredible, right? Now if you had Gustav in as well, applying more Frost, applying more shields, maybe that's how we could improve this build. Potentially. However, he dealt 3.8 million damage, 1.1 burn damage, and we had a super fun time doing that, and this scaled up not so much. However, I'm going to leave it here for now. Just want to say thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and obviously look up for the next one. I'll see you next time.